Hey everybody, this is Jeremiah Craig and I'm coming at you with another jeans and boots video. Today I have the Levi's 517 bootcut jean and I have 8 different kinds of cowboy boots with 8 different kinds of toe shapes so that we can see which they go with and which ones they don't. Let's get into it.
I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way.
Alright, I got the Levi's 517 bootcut jeans on right now, and before we go any further, we gotta know exactly what we're dealing with, so let's get into the rundown. These are the Levi's 517 bootcut jeans. This one is the medium stonewash color. It is 100% cotton. It's got a zipper fly. It also sits at the waist a little bit higher than what the 527 bootcut jeans from Levi's does. So if you didn't like how low the 527s went, the 517 might be a better bet. It's also slim through the seat and the thigh. Of course, it does have that bootcut leg. They are made in Mexico and they're coming in at $49.99 at Amazon.com. Speaking of Amazon, I want to tell you guys about a book that I've been reading recently for business owners and side hustlers alike. The High Five Effect. Doing business with people who bring you joy. Entrepreneur Matt Ward is the author here, and this is his second book. In this one, he breaks down his strategy for happiness in business and how to affect those around you for the better, leading to just more happiness in your business overall. His ideas work too. I've been able to set up some amazing extended tests through Matt or folks that he knows, like the one at the golf course or the one at Mr. Jeff's martial arts studio, Lofty USA, and so much more. So if you're a business owner or side hustler looking to surround yourself with folks that you can high five on a regular basis, definitely check out Matt Ward's new book, The High Five Effect, on Amazon. I got the links down there, or you can get the hard copy at the links down there too. I prefer the hard copy for sure. Now let's get back to these jeans. All right, now it's time to try out these jeans with 8 different kinds of cowboy boots featuring 8 different toe shapes. And of course, we always start from the most round and work our way to the most square. So we're always starting out with a roper. This here is the Justin Roper. Classic look, and I think it's looking great with these Levi's 517 bootcut jeans. You know, when these came in, I was wondering how they would compare to the Levi's 527, since that's another bootcut jeans from Levi's. And the 517, something that I'm noticing right off the bat here is it has a higher waist than the 527, and it doesn't seem to have as much flare down there for a boot cut. So 527s can get a little bit more flared. I like this boot cut. I think this is the best boot cut. Not too much flare, just enough to cover the tops there, and we'll see how they do with some of these tops in a second. But I am liking the boot cut down there. Might come up a little bit high on my waist for my complete preferences, but I like this look so far. But let's see how they work out with some of the other toe shapes, starting with a U-toe. All right, here we have the U-toe. This is the Hondo 7875. It's got a little bit taller of a heel here, and it's also taller altogether than that roper, coming in at 13 inches tall. I didn't show how tall the roper was, but it was only 10 inches tall, and this jean did a good job covering that up as well. I think this is a good look. I like how the 517 is cut. It does a good job covering up the top of that boot, and it's also just slightly shorter than what I thought it was gonna be. But I think that's okay. If you were considering maybe thinking about stacking this jean, by that I mean buying an extra long size so that it bunches up at the bottom, I feel like you might be able to get away with that with this boot cut. Just because it's not as flared out as some of the others that we've seen recently. But I'm liking this cut on me. I really like how this fits all the way around. I wouldn't want to dry these at all, put them in the dryer anyways, because they would shrink up real fast. But I'm liking I'm liking how this is cut. I think this looks real good. But let's see how it works out with an Ariat boot. They're a little bit wider at the top, and this will be an R Toe. Here's the Ariat Heritage R Toe boot. Features a little bit more pointed of a round look and a 1.5 inch heel here. It comes up at about 13 inches tall, so just about as tall as those Hondos were over there, except it's much wider. Ariats are known for that. They have really wide openings to their boots, and sometimes it can be difficult to find jeans that fit over top of them. I talk about that in almost every video of jeans like this, but this here jean is doing a great job covering that up, like really well. I'm really impressed with how thin it is up here, how slim it is up here, excuse me, and how much it can cover the Ariat boot down there. This is a nice jean. I really like how the 517 is working with everything so far. Now let's even go more pointy and try this with a J Toe. All right, here we have a J Toe. This is my collaboration boot with BNV Boots. It's got a 1 5/8 inch heel. Of course, that J Toe a little bit more round, and it does come up 13 inches tall. Hello, Jeremiah Craig logo. Let's go. This is a great look. The BNV boot goes with almost all the jeans, and I'm loving the look of it with these jeans right now. Just because it's so slim up here at the thigh, opens up enough down there, and just shows off the heel too. You know, sometimes with bootcut jeans, it can come under the heel, under this little spur shelf here, and this boot doesn't have very much of a spur shelf, but sometimes it can kind of wrap around there. I don't really like that look. I like to show off the heel when I can, and this jean is doing a great job showing off this BNV boot, heel and all. Now, let's go towards the square side of things and move it on over to a snip toe. All right, here we have the Yeehaw Cowboy Caiman Tail Snip Toe. This is black cherry. Love the look of this with its 1.5 inch heel as well. And here again, I think it's working well. This might be the only moment where it kind of feels just a little bit short to me, but geez, after wearing this for a week straight, maybe getting them a little wet and wearing them dry, I bet that they break in real nice. The cotton is pretty stiff, but it will break in beautifully. That's one of the things that I've been looking at a lot on this channel recently is the stretch denims. You know, the 99% cotton with the 1% elastane. So it's kind of nice to get back into a 100% cotton jean, you know, because they just feel tougher. They just feel more durable, and that's the sense that I'm getting from this Levi's 517 bootcut. Looking great with this Yeehaw Cowboy Caiman Tail Snip Toe, but what about with a little bit wider of a square and try it with a 7 toe or just narrow square altogether? All right, here we have a narrow square toe. This is a blackjack Pirarucu boot. You know, that fish, and it's looking great here. I love this look. Blackjack actually calls this toe shape a V toe. Narrow square for this video's sake. And also guys, you guys can watch all of the videos of the boots. They're all at the links in the description. You guys can binge. It'll be a great time, I promise you. Really like how this is working here on this boot as well. I wouldn't be surprised if this works great with all of the boots. I know it's gonna work well with the next one, which is a French toe, but we'll see about the wide square double stitched. Well, that's the only one that I'm sort of having reservations about, but it's French toe time first. All right, here we have another Caiman boot. This is a Caiman belly French toe. This is a Boulet 8502. I love this boot so much, and the reason why I do French toes before the wide square is because basically the wide square with the double stitched well is just a wide French toe in most cases. So I feel like the true French toe is a really good thing to show before we get to that last wide square double stitch welt, and it's working great here. Again, I think it's gone with every single boot that we tried today. Let me know what you think down in the comments. But I feel like this is a really good length for me with a boot cut. If I went longer, boot cuts get sloppy fast. So I'm really happy with this, and I'm sure as it breaks in, it will only get better. Wow. I'm really liking these Levi 517, but how do they hold up with the wide square double stitched welt boots? Let's find out. Here's the wide square toe with the double stitched welt. This is a Hondo 3416 with that wide square double stitched welt. It also has a 2-inch heel on it with a spur shelf here. So I know a lot of boots with the wide square toe are gonna have more of a Stockman heel, but this is kind of a cool example of what it would look like with a spur shelf at the same time. And the jean isn't really even coming close to that spur shelf. So if you wanted to stack these jeans and you had a spur shelf, I think that they would definitely stop at that spur shelf and stack. I think this is a stackable boot cut jean if you really wanted to, but I feel like it could also run the risk of looking sloppy real fast. I think this works okay. I think on one of the other boots, there with a Stockman heel, and you know what? Let me grab one. Let me grab one, because this is a good example. You're gonna get 9 different boots, I guess, with 8 different toe shapes. All right, here's your second example of a wide square toe with a double stitched welt. This one has the Stockman heel rather than a 2-inch Cowboy heel with a spur shelf. Well, that was a real Cowboy boot. And it's working really well here. As you can see, it's meeting the edge of the heel, which is kind of what I like to see, because I still like to show off a heel. I feel like this fits really well. I like the length on it. You might be able to stack it if you really wanted to, but this tells me right here that it would probably get sloppy unless you were trying to go with a spur shelf or something like that. I'm really a huge fan of this length here. I like the cut. It might be just a little bit high for me about how I like to wear my jeans, but I bet you they'll break in fine. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments which was your favorite. Did they work with all of them? Are the Levi's 517 jeans something that you are interested in getting? If so, I do have an Amazon affiliate link down in the description where you can get your own, and then I get a little slice of that sale from Amazon. So it's not like they're any more expensive or anything. It's just a really nice way for you to support the channel at the same time as getting yourself a pair of jeans. Speaking of supporting the channel, please subscribe while you're here. I do videos all the time, and I want you here for each and every one of them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys around. Peace.
Levi's 517, such a nice jean. That boot cut is just right, not too wide of a flare or sloppy to despair. These go all day and all night. Thanks for watching today. Why don't you check out this other Levi's video up here about a pair of 505 jeans. Or I got Matt Ward's channel down here if you're interested in learning more about that before the book. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you go, and I'll see you next time. Peace.